Well, thank you and good morning from wherever you're watching us. My name is Wambui, Shadrack Wambui. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Now, I equally serve as the chairperson of Sheria, Mtaani and Shadrack Wambui, and our patron is Mr. Danstan Omari. And we've been doing a lot of public interest litigation. So on Thursday, we had a decision returned by my Lord Justice Lawrence Mugambi. The import of this decision is that previously, if you check the Laws of Succession Act, the Law of Succession Act, which was first passed in the year 1971 and came into force in the year 1981, with a period of about 10 years. This law was essentially meant to help in consolidating all laws that related to the distribution of the estate of a deceased person upon their demise, either having left behind a will or without a will. But one thing that is essential is that because of the colonial the hangover that we had during the colonial times, the belief that because of our chauvinistic nature, men should not inherit from their women. So of import, and what probably provoked the filing of the petition before the court was with regards to interrogating the constitutionality of Section 29C of the Law of Succession Act. Now, Section 29C prescribed that a man will not inherit the property of their late wife unless you proved that you are depending on your wife at the time that your wife was alive. So that really is quite discriminative. If you check the sections before Section 29C, this is A and B, they say that women, whether present, former wives or current wife, are entitled by so being to be heirs of the estate of a deceased husband. But now the same advantage is not given to men. So our client, the Honorable Dennis Kivuti Mongai, lost a wife. The wife was working in a bank. There were certain assets that were left behind by the wife. But now the family will not release these assets, of course, on the pretense, or rather on the strength of Section 29C of the Laws of Succession Act. For that reason, we filed the petition before court and we challenged that section, the constitutionality of that section. And I'm glad at least to report and to mention that my Lord Justice Lawrence Mugambi found favor in our arguments, found that indeed we had persuaded him beyond peradventure, beyond doubt, that indeed if you want to look at the current constitutional dispensation, remember this is an act that was passed in the year 1971 and came into force in the year 1981. And so much has happened in between, so that in the year 2010, when we passed or we promulgated the new constitution, or the constitution that we have in Kenya, this constitution said, number one, under Article 27, that it is improper, it is unjust, it is unconstitutional to discriminate someone on the basis of their sex. So that you cannot say that because you are a man, you will not inherit, but because this one is a woman, the woman will inherit. Over and above that, we have the principles that are there under Article 45. Article 45 prescribes that, we have a unit called the family. It is the basic unit in our society. So we should allow that this society, we should allow that any person, a man or a woman, in that setup should be treated equally. And there is no superior being in the unit called marriage. So we cannot have, at the time of death, that one person now becomes superior. A woman now has superior rights when it comes to the inheritance of the husband, but a husband has no right when it comes to the inheritance of the wife who is deceased, unless he can prove that they were benefiting directly from the wife while he was alive, while she was alive. So for that reason, I must applaud the court I must applaud, Sheria, Mtaani, and our patron, Mr. Danstan Omari, for patronaging the organization. Because, I mean, if it was not for the efforts that we have put together and jointly as a team led by Mr. Danstan Omari, then I think we will not have so much of these successes. Men will continue losing where they're supposed to gain, and women will continue gaining, sometimes to the detriment of men. So I think that should be all from me for now. But yes, we shall continue doing these public interest cases because it is in public interest litigation that we get to serve the greater public. That decision will influence the laws of succession throughout this country. You will see that everywhere, in Mandera, in Garissa, Turkana, be it in Kisumu, be it in Mombasa, we shall influence the manner in which succession is done, especially when it comes to men being involved fully in the inheritance of their wife's estate. Thank you.